Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Wisdom Well Wednesday, coming at you from a different location today. Today, we're doing Understanding the Soul Star Chakra, Spiritual Awakening and Connection. This is episode 11 of our Chakra Series. So if you haven't already, go back and watch the other 10. The first one, obviously, is the introduction to the 7 major chakras. Episodes 2 till 8 are the individual ones of those, so the root to the crown. Then on September the 24th, we did episode 9, which was an introduction to the 12 chakra system. And then last month was episode 10, where we focused on the 8th chakra. So today we are doing the 9th chakra in this 12 chakra system. Also, just a little disclaimer, when the chakras are being used and stuff like that, different people will have different names, slightly different locations, slightly different meanings, etc., etc. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be doing it as Soul Star Chakra, but if you call it a different name, you call it that. If you think about it in a slightly different way, just go with what you individually feel for this chakra. So it's not who's right, who's wrong. Everybody's right because it resonates with each person differently. Have you ever felt a deep, unexplainable connection to the universe? Imagine tapping into the source of energy that connects you to higher realms and to your true self. This is the Soul Star Chakra, your bridge to spiritual awakening and profound connection. This vital part of your spiritual anatomy that holds the key to awakening your soul's purpose. So let's demystify, activate, and elevate your spiritual experience. Okay, so today is the 9th chakra in the 12 chakra system. This is the Soul Star Chakra. It's also known as the Lunar Chakra, as well as some other names as well. So go with whatever you like to call it. This is represented by silver, white kind of colors, which is why we have a little silver star sweater on today. This is all about how we bridge our physical to our soul. So this is the sort of bridge or the gateway that we use for that is the Soul Star Chakra. This can help us with enlightenment and with higher consciousness. It can hold wisdoms from other lifetimes. It can be about your soul journey and just unlocks any spiritual gifts that you may have accumulated over this lifetime, past lifetimes, etc. Enjoy. So the 9th chakra of this 12 chakra system is approximately about 6 to 12 inches above your crown chakra, which is on the very top of your head. Again, it's represented by silver or white. This is for purity and connection, the feminine, all right? This is feminine energy. It acts as a gateway to our higher consciousness, to our soul, to our spiritual awareness. It can help with our enlightenment and our spiritual ascension, and it can release any traumas or any kind of old patterns that we need to heal. Also can connect us to the divine, whatever you believe that to be, and it can help us hold compassion for other people, animals, plants, the world in general. So it's a very, very nice one to be able to tune into. So how do you know if your Soul Star Chakra is inactive or unhealthy in some way? So physical symptoms could be lots of low energy, feelings of fatigue, maybe you have some headaches or just some discomfort in the head area in general. Maybe you have some balance problems or coordination problems, things like that. Emotionally, you are going to be feeling quite isolated, especially disconnection from other people. You might even suppress some emotions, especially the positive ones like joy and enthusiasm, stuff like that. You may also have an intense fear of change, for example, or reluctance to go and do new experiences or venture out and try new things. Mental symptoms could be you're not very focused. You're not really wanting to concentrate on any kind of like new task or any task at all, really. Maybe you don't really feel you have a direction in life or a purpose. You may also have overactive thoughts, so maybe your mind's racing a little bit, stuff like that. Spiritual disconnection would be obviously not feeling connected to any kind of divinity. Maybe you don't feel that there's anything out there. Maybe you don't feel connected to your soul, to your higher purpose. Maybe just there's a resistance to growth in any way, shape, or form. You can also have an overactive chakra as well. This is also not good to have because there's too much energy rushing through it. So how do you know when you have an overactive soul star chakra? Physical ones could be maybe even like insomnia or some kind of sleeplessness or restlessness, like an overwhelm of energy that doesn't allow you to switch off. Again, headaches and things like that could also be a sign that it's overactive as well as underactive. This is because of like the huge flow of energy rushing through you. You may even be sensitive to sound and light, very easily overstimulated with external flashing lights and noises and stuff. Emotionally, you're going to be feeling quite moody, perhaps, or mood swings, maybe some anxiety or some fears, especially around spiritual things, like be religious as well as spiritual in general, or just about your life purpose kind of thing. And you may find that you have even like a dependency on your faith, on your belief system and stuff like that. Like an unhealthy dependency on that could also be an overactive soul star chakra there. Again, racing thoughts for mental overstimulation. So you're not able to quiet your mind and that kind of stuff. You may even have obsessive thinking about spirituality and what lies beyond, like what you can see and what you can, like what's tangible. You may even find it hard to ground as well, sort of into your own reality. Maybe you're like not really feeling quite here. Spiritual disconnect would also be overly focusing on the spiritual and not living in the here and now. You're very, very much daydreaming, perhaps, or just spending lots and lots and lots of time in meditation or other like astral projection and anything where you're out of your body and you're spending too much time out of your body. Remember, you're here for a human experience, right? So the whole point is to enjoy and experience the good and the bad of being human. And if you're spending too much time externally and in the spiritual realm, then you're not doing what you came here to do. So how would you know if your soul star chakra is healthy? And of course, it's the opposite of all the stuff I've just said, but let's run through it very quickly for you. Spiritual symptoms would be like vibrant energy. So it's not too excessive, it's not too little. You just have this sense of vitality, right? And this glow about you. Your head is clear and like mental clarity. Very, very good at focusing and maybe even feeling quite light within your body, but still grounded and still here. Emotionally, you feel a belonging in your body, in the world, and in the universe in general. Like you feel a part of the whole. Maybe you also realize that emotionally you're extremely good at handling both the good and the bad. You experience them all, and you experience them in healthy doses. You're not overly into the emotion. They don't absorb you. They don't take you over like a tidal wave. And on the other hand, you're also not blocking them. You're not numb to them. And of course, like a very open heart, experiences of love and compassion and joy would be part of that too. Mental symptoms would obviously be having a purpose and direction in your life, in spiritual and in physical. Very creative, very easily able to bring down inspiration. And yeah, a very balanced spiritual and physical life experiences. Not spending too much time in one or the other, just having a very nice balance there. Spiritually, you feel connected to your higher self, to your guides, to your soul, to past lives, perhaps, to gods, to other spiritual beings, to the trees, to the animals, whatever. You just have this strong connection with other beings. You have a peace and a profound knowing and trust in your divine purpose. And you're very, very open to your spiritual growth and exploring new practices and new ways of doing things on a spiritual level. So how are we going to activate your Soul Star Chakra? So as I said, it's silver and white is usually the colors for this chakra. So wearing it, surrounding yourself with these colors, decorating your house or having like pillows or paintings and stuff with these colors in it, stuff like that would be really good. Foods for the Soul Star Chakra. Now, usually with the chakras before, it's been the colors. And you can still do that if you can find silver foods or like, white foods, of course, you can use. But this one is more about sort of fresh, like that fresh and light kind of foods. So fresh berries and fruits and vegetables and all that kind of stuff, or light meals, so very holistic, maybe like as homemade or from scratch that you can find. So no preservatives and stuff in, just a very, very pure ingredients kind of thing. Of course, things like whole grains and stuff like that, like quinoa, brown rice, or superfoods. Superfoods would be really, really good for activating and keeping the chakra healthy. Any kind of herbs and spices that are cleansing, like sage, obviously, everyone thinks of sage, but yeah, so any of those kind of things, either like ingesting because we're on food right now, but like, you could be smudging them as well. Yeah, so any kind of foods like that. Activities like meditation, obviously, are good ones, or nature walks, any kind of arts. So if you're artistic and you can draw and paint and all that kind of stuff, then awesome. Or maybe music, whether you play or just listening to some healing music, like binaural beats or anything on like sort of a hertz level that helps with spirituality rather than brings you down or makes you feel not so good. Any kind of healing modalities, like energy healing, especially like Reiki and stuff like that, would be really, really good, either receiving or giving, either to yourself or to others. That helps activate this Soul Star Chakra because it connects you to a higher energy form. As usual, yoga, there's so many yoga poses that you could do. Again, I'm not a yoga instructor, so you need to find somebody that knows these things. But anything that kind of opens up the heart or the spiritual Then we have like affirmations, any kind of affirmations like I trust my intuition and allow my inner guidance to lead me. I radiate love, light, positivity in the world around me. All of those sort of like the love and light kind of ones, but you can do it a bit more less flowery than that if you want. Maybe I'm at peace with my past and excited for my future. Visualization and breath work is obviously a really good one as well, as it is with all of the chakras. So any kind of visualization of silver or white, coming down into you, maybe an activation of the actual chakra, visualize the chakra and actually feel it activating, stuff like that. Or just breathing that light into you, that silver and white light coming into you, and feel that connecting you to the higher realms. Crystals, there's so many crystals that you could use. They're usually the higher vibrating ones, but if you don't want to shell out hundreds and hundreds of dollars for any of these higher ones, amethyst is always a good one to go with for anything. The lovely purple one. Or clear quartz. Clear quartz is always a good one as well. So you can just go with those basic ones. Selenite as well, another basic one and cheaper one that you can use to activate this. Angelite isn't too expensive either. Angelite is a beautiful one, and as the name says, it connects to the angels, but also to like higher realms and beings as well. So that's a really nice one. One of my favorites, of course, is Labradorite. Beautiful one that kind of, you can't see it, but it has like a sort of shimmer in it as well, like a rainbow shimmer. Beautiful one for connecting. Blue lace agate as well is not too expensive either. It's a nice one too. But if you want to shell out a little bit more, Potterlite, Moldavite obviously is going to be a great one for that. Yeah, anything where it's connecting to the higher, either higher chakras or higher realms, higher beings, spiritual ones, or really high vibrating ones are extremely good for that. And you can, of course, wear your crystals. You can have them in your pocket, in your bra, if you're a woman. You can have them under your pillow, by your bedside, in your home to bring in beautiful energy, whatever it is that you want to do. Essential oils, again, the higher vibrating ones, like frankincense is a really good one. Lavender, though, if you don't want to shell out lots of money. Yeah, neroli, rose, all of these really high vibrating kind of ones as well, or cleansing ones. So Palo Santo is a really nice one as well. Either burn the wood or get the essential oil of it. Yeah, there's some really, really good ones that you can use, and you can like get your crystal bracelet or whatever, and get the ones with the porous stone, the lava stone on it, and put a few drops of that on your bracelet, on your necklace, or whatever it is that you have this lava stone on, and then you're able to breathe it in throughout the day. So that's a really, really nice one. Or just diffuse them in your house, especially when you're doing a meditation or some kind of spiritual work. Okay, so I hope that has helped you understand that Soul Star Chakra and has got you interested in trying to activate it a little bit more and connect with it. As always, please like, subscribe, share, notify button and all that kind of stuff. That would be great. Next week is essential oils. Essential oil starter kit, everything you need to get started with aromatherapy. So yeah, so if you've been listening to these chakra episodes and you're thinking, well, I'd love to use essential oils, Becca, but I don't actually know what I'm doing, maybe tune in next Wednesday and find out a little bit about a starter kit and how to get started with aromatherapy. It was actually one of the first things I learned was aromatherapy. many, many moons ago when I was a kid. So it is a nice one to get started with. Our next chakra one is the stellar gateway chakra, cosmic awareness and expansion. So this is going to be episode 12 of the Chakra Series. So tune in next month for that. It's also actually the 50th episode of these Wisdom Well Wednesdays that used to be called Live at Fives. So that's kind of a special episode anyway. So until next Wednesday, have a wonderful week, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
From the Wisdom Well, keep shining, continue learning, and stay curious. Until next Wednesday.